Afternoon. Looking here at Muse's album Absolution, which you can see I have 2 copies of. I actually have 3 copies of it. Reason I have 2 copies. Okay, so I bought my first copy. I got a pirated copy in Thailand in 2003. 2004 would have been. And then it was a pretty beat up pirated copy. It always kind of skipped whenever I played it. So anyway, these are both secondhand. I got this probably first, and this just doesn't play. And I was trying to work out why. And then I see on this it says DVD. Is it just a DVD? Or is that just the additional bonus DVD? I don't know if that's if it's a CD, music CD / DVD. Whatever, it doesn't work when you put it into a stereo system to play it. So I'd assume maybe this was supposed to be a double disc. Anyway, so I knew this didn't work, so I was always on the lookout for another copy, and lo and behold, I found another copy. These were both $1 each, bought probably about 6 months apart. And this one is a bonus edition that does have both discs. So we have, see, it is the DVD, isn't it? I just realized. Yeah. Anyway, it has the audio CD and then the bonus DVD. Originally $30. This would have been $30 in 2004. So with inflation and whatever else, you can see CDs were pretty expensive back then. But anyway, I got it for $1. Now Muse are for me, a kind of strange band. And what I mean by strange is that there was a period where I absolutely loved Muse. From about 2003 to about 2006, I absolutely loved Muse. And I felt I've grown out of them over time to the point now where I actually very rarely listen to them in 2023. Last night while I was at work, I actually was listening to that song they did for the Twilight soundtrack, Neutron Star Collision. There's parts of that I like, but there's also, maybe when I was younger, I could kind of forgive the cheesiness of it. Kind of the overwrought singing that Matt Bellamy does sometimes with the piano, and it's all very, you know what I mean. It's all very Queen, but without the Queen, without the Freddie Mercury X factor that makes Queen absolutely exceptional in their class. Muse doesn't quite have that, so I find when Matt Bellamy does that kind of thing that Queen can pull off, he doesn't quite pull off, and it comes off as a little bit silly or, like I said, overwrought. And I'm thinking, is that why I've kind of grown out of them? And I've said before that I'm usually not the kind of person who does grow out of music. As I guess, there's bands you listen to more and listen to less as time goes, but I can usually find the reason why I liked the music initially, but I'm finding with Muse that it's harder to find why I liked it. I'd still say I'm a Muse fan, but there's some of it I almost can't stomach. So this, by the way, that's an album cover by Storm Thorgensen, which we talked about. He did the Audio Slave cover, and he's done some Pink Floyd covers. I've talked about a couple of reviews that I've done, past videos. This is another Storm Thorgensen cover artwork. So track listing, you've got the introduction, which starts off with this kind of piano build up, and then he gets to Apocalypse Please, which I used to really like that song. He's singing about the end of the world, obviously Apocalypse. But then Time Is Running Out. To be honest, I never really liked that song. That's maybe a bit too pop for my liking. Sing for Absolution is too overwrought in the singing for me. The sing for Absolution, all that kind of stuff. I can't remember what I thought of that song at the time, but now when I listen to it, that's a skip song for me. Stockholm Syndrome, I still like. That kind of music. See, I feel that when they did that kind of music, what would you call it? More straight to the point without the dramatics. They actually did it quite well. They didn't do it as much as time went on. They kind of did it less and less, but almost kind of like a punk slash metal approach. Um, he still does the vocal histrionics, doesn't he? But I'm not saying that's part of the band and that's him. I'm not saying that he can't do that at all. Obviously, if I don't like his voice, then I why would I listen to the band? But sometimes it's like he overdoes it. But in that song, I think it serves the song well. Uh, Falling Away with You, that's not bad. Hysteria, that's not a bad song actually. Hysteria. Um, is that the same as? I always thought the interlude was before Hysteria. It is. What the heck? It's got it back to front here. 7 interlude. I knew I was right. 7 interlude, 8 hysteria. Here it says 8, 7 hysteria, 8. And why would you put the interlude after hysteria? Because the interlude is building up to hysteria, isn't it? It leads directly into the song. How does that work? I don't know. The rest of the album's not bad. It's Muse. So I guess I'm kind of shitting on Muse a little bit here. But it's just I was looking through my CDs and I saw it and I was thinking, man, there was a point in my life, particularly the summer of 2004, where I played the shit out of this album over and over again. I loved it. And then it's just like something kind of changes in your musical appreciation or in your mind or in your life or something, and you just don't connect as much with the music. Of their other albums, the album before this was the Origins of Symmetry. I like that album. I particularly like, probably my favorite Muse track is Bliss. Bliss kind of perfectly encapsulates the things that I like about Muse. I like that kind of sci-fi element that they put into their music, in at least the sound wise, and also the kind of the rhythm section where it works well together. They kind of went a bit off the rails, I feel, after Absolution. So after Absolution, they did Black Holes and Revelations, which is a big album, and there was that supermassive black hole. That's an example of a song where at the time I loved that song, but now I listen to it and I almost again can't stomach it. Starlight, again, maybe I've got too much of a personal connection to that song. Like there was a relationship I had with that song Starlight played a part, so maybe that's why I don't like that song now. Knights of Sidonia, I like that. I still like that. That's got an awesome guitar. And then they went where is that? They did the Resistance. Yeah, see that started getting a bit corny. Second Law, that song Survival. I like Survival, but then I remember that song Madness. I don't know. I just feel kind of me and Muse parted, our paths in life kind of separated, and I just couldn't connect. I saw them live in 2013. I think it was when they were doing the Second Law tour in South Korea. They played a 2-day festival. They were the first night, and Metallica were the second night, and they did a pretty great live show. But yeah, I guess it's just I don't even know why I made this video really now that because I'm not really going in depth about the music or anything. It's just I guess it's strange, the music that stays with us and never leaves, and the fandom or the appreciation for it kind of stays at a constant level throughout your life, whereas other music kind of seemingly seems to be only a temporary thing. Um, Maybe I just need to listen to them more because they're certainly not a band I listen to a lot. Really, the only song I listen to is Survival. That's like a kind of a good song to pump you up, you know. Um, but yeah, it doesn't have the same effect on me, the music, as it once did. That song Bliss, even though I still like it, I remember listening to that, and they used to have like a profound emotional effect on me because you give me like goosebumps, make the hair stand up on the end. But now I listen to it, and it's almost like, why did I put this on again? Um, so yeah, I guess that's just what happens over time. You know, things change. I'm trying to think of some other music where I've had that same kind of. So you know, most of the stuff from my early teens that stayed constant. You know, that grunge alternative rock from the early mid 90s. That's been a constant in my life. And in my later years, where I've got more into electronic music, um, that stayed constant in my life. Um, and I think kind of the metal and stuff that I like, that's kind of waxed and waned, I guess. Um, the new metal I used to like, that's definitely waxed and waned, but none of them to the extent I feel that Muse has, because there was just such a period where I did love them so much, and that now it's either like meh when I listen to it or ugh, skip. So yeah, I'm it's just I'd like to investigate my own brain as to why that's happened. Because if someone said to me, "Oh, do you like Muse?" I'd say, "Oh yeah, yeah, I love them." Are you a fan of Muse? Yep. And then if I actually thought about it, so what do you like? What's your favorite album? I'll be like, oh, good question. um, but yeah. But anyway, it's pretty good to have two. Well, one actually, one pretty much perfect condition bonus disc. One obviously just the DVD. And now that I've realized what that is, I can throw that away, and I've got an extra case. I don't actually know what's on the DVD. I assume it's maybe some of the videos, maybe the making of or something like that. It doesn't say down here. Got the lyrics. I assume this is all done by Storm Thurgenson as well. Still doesn't tell us what is on the DVD. Additional bonus DVD documentary and photographs detailing the making of the album. There we go. Remember that? They used to have that as extras on DVD. Photographs, production photographs. Is there anything more pointless and more just a filler, just a thing? Oh, and this. I used to get like DVD, movie DVDs, and I'd say, oh, extra or Easter egg or bonuses, photos. So I'm just watching the movie, you know, the film of this. Why would I want to see still photographs of scenes? Is there anything more pointless? Okay, guys. Sorry about that. As in, maybe if you're looking forward to hearing a in-depth analysis about Muse from a fan, but I guess I more wanted to touch on my changing tastes over the years and how these things change and maybe why they change. Anyway, thank you for watching.